Hi folks, we're here at the Stage Couch TV today. My name is Ryan Williams. I'm sitting here with Mr. Bill McKibben from 350.org at the BlissFest Music Festival. It's the 33rd annual BlissFest Music Festival, and Bill just came up and gave a great speech about what he's in town to be working on and what we should all be doing as a part of getting ready for the environment. So Bill, if you could kind of tell us a little bit about 350.org and let us know what it is exactly that we're accomplishing.
First of all, the name is a funny name. 350 turns out to be the most important number in the world, but nobody knew it until just a few years ago. It's what scientists tell us is the most carbon dioxide we could safely have in the atmosphere, measured in parts per million. And unfortunately, we're already past it.
Wow.
We're at about 400 parts per million CO2 already, and that's why the temperature's going up. That's why the Arctic is melting. That's why the ocean's turning acid. And that's why, since warm air holds more water than gold, we see all these incredible spate droughts and floods. And that's why people all over the world are working to try and do something about it. 350.org is a kind of loose network of people in every country, well, not quite every country on Earth except North Korea, where people are working hard to try and slow down climate change, try to get us off fossil fuel. So that's where the name comes from. In this country, one of the things we've been doing a lot in the last couple of years is lead this fight against the so-called Keystone Pipeline. And that fight's still going strong. A lot of us have had to go to jail, and a lot of people are rallied in a lot of places. But so far, they haven't built it.
Well, that's what it takes to make things happen, right? Because if we don't do it, who's going to?
If people don't stand up, then money wins every single time. Right. Money wins a lot of the time, even if you do stand
That's
up.
True.
Money's pretty powerful, but it's not all powerful. And so we find, I guess you'd say, we find other kinds of currency to work in. We're never going to have as much money as Exxon, but we have way more spirit, passion, and creativity.
Yeah, and outlets.
That's
right.
right.
That's one of the beautiful things
right.
about internet, radio, and television.
Think
is we
about
have
the internet. Think about it. I mean, 350.org, we spent all the money we had when we started, about $25,000, I think, setting up our website. And it seemed to us like an infinite, like so much money. But it was a beautiful website. It works in 14 languages. And I remember thinking, Exxon probably does spend $25 million setting up their website, but it's no better than ours. It's not as good.
Right.
It just looks like, mostly it's just like pictures of all the animals that they're killing.
Well, the difference is we provide honest information as well.
That's
so
right. There you go.
It's not all about bells and whistles. So
that's it.
What inspired you to get involved and do what you're doing?
Long ago, as a young reporter, I wrote the first book about climate change, called The End of Nature. And I kind of understood that it was the most important thing humans had ever done.
Right.
And I thought my job was just to write about it, and that other people would do the work of changing. But over time, it just became clear that that's work all of us have to do. The fossil fuel industry is so big and so powerful that unless we're able to weaken their political power, we'll never get change. And if we can, then we will. We have the technologies now that we need. Of the few countries that have really tried, like Germany, are making huge strides. There are days this summer when Germany is generating half the power it uses for solar panels inside Germany. And that's Germany. Think what a country could do if it had, Florida, Texas, California, Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona to work with. Think of all the solar energy that's getting wasted today in northern Michigan. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we're all enjoying it, but we also could be powering everything we were doing with it.
Why not? I'd say let's put some solar panels out in the Death Valley. They seem to get plenty of sun there.
Solar panels everywhere, man.
Well, places like Michigan are doing a lot of good things to move forward in the environmental movement, as I like to call it. And I think a lot of people are surprised to find how big that movement actually has become.
That's right.
It used to be, a way to tag yourself as something special,
right?
Saying, "Hey, I'm an environmentalist," but now it's a life or death situation.
Now we just need everybody getting engaged in the political part. People
Get
are doing
active.
some of the stuff they need to do at home, the right light bulb, but that's not enough at this point.
Absolutely.
We need people actually fighting. It's like the civil rights movement or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of people doing it to make change happen. Change doesn't happen automatically, and it doesn't happen just because it's a good idea. If there's someone making money from the status quo, then the status quo will stay the way it is until you force it to change.
Absolutely. Is there any one individual that inspired you in this process more than anybody?
Well, among writers, since I'm a writer, I do a lot of reading. And the great Kentucky farmer and essayist Wendell Berry was, for me, the greatest. But the great thing about this movement is it's a leaderless movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dispersed, spread out, interconnected. It's sort of like a movement that works the way we want solar panel, sort of solar grid to work. Not a few big centralized stations, but a million rooftops all interconnected. Well, the movement's the same way.
Absolutely.
It's a million small groups and things all interconnected.
Absolutely. I've been lucky enough to be attached to it because I work with the Earthwork musicians. I'm one of the site managers for Harvest Gathering, and Seth and May have been a.
Seth and May are the perfect example of what I'm talking about. I mean, and here they are getting everything organized in northern Michigan, but then their influence and their music and their ideas just spreading all over the country. There's no two more important. There's more famous musicians in America, but there are no musicians I can think of who are doing as much to change the world as those two.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Seth's been one of my best friends for years. He's actually going to be getting married, folks. He's going to be marrying Melissa and I here shortly, so we're pretty blessed.
Congratulations! I've got to head off to do this rally on the street, but congratulations on and thank you so much for your good work.
And thank you for yours, Bill.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Gibbon, Stagecoach TV from the 33rd year annual Bliss.